Houston, we have a problem.
You already know who this is. Cisco James in the house. Jay Young in the business.
And we got a special guest today that I want to introduce, and she's responsible for some of the dopest artwork that I've seen out in the city. It's Monica Valadez, also known as That's So H-Town.
That's So H-Town. Thank y'all for having me. I'm so excited to be here to finally share my creations and my reason why. And yeah, just excited to be back home in H-Town.
Right.
Hey.
So yeah, excited to be here. Let's go.
All right.
I see that cup right there. What you got in that cup? What it say?
So this is my logo. The first one created. It may change, but it's the original. That's So H-Town.
Yes.
All right, let's get into a segment we call That's Crazy.
Did y'all know that Generation Z considers Air Force Ones old people shoes? So I was at the comedy club last night, and the manager of the club, she has teenage sons. They're Gen Z, so I like to talk to them because they keep me up on game, so I can tell what's going on in this generation after us. Because I'm 33, you know, I'm a little outdated when it comes to the hip new lingo. So I walk in wearing these shoes, and they say, "Oh, watch out, Raj got on the dad shoes." Dad shoes? Nigga, these are Air Force Ones. I don't know where my voice is at, but these is Air Force Ones. Like, what do you mean, dad shoes? And they was like, yeah, only old dudes wear those shoes. And I was like, what? They got a song. And they said, yeah, that song came out like 30 years ago. I was like, first of all, bitch, it was 20? Fuck you. Okay, these, give me 2 per, I need 2 per, so I can get the stomping in my Air Force One. These was the shit when we was in middle school. Now all of a sudden they old people shoes. So I was like, what shoes do y'all consider to be the hype new shoes? And this is gonna piss y'all off. The dad shoes are the cool shoes.
That's crazy, right? What'd you say, Monica? That's crazy.
That's so crazy.
I guess generation is, you never think you're going to grow old, because I don't even think I'm old, right? Apparently, if you wear Air Force Ones, that's grandpa's shoes.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy. You wear Air Force Ones out there? That's crazy,
I
man.
guess I
For
got
real,
them
for real.
grandpa shoes on then, because, you know.
I feel that.
All right.
The old part.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
I don't know who made these youngsters in charge, or who was what right now.
Yeah, well, I just turned 43 this month. I didn't realize it's last day of February. Also, amethyst is my birthstone, another reason why, the purple
Hey.
drip.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm 43. So
Hey, salute. For real, for real.
Right.
A question. All right.
I don't
Have you
know.
ever heard, like, women talking about, oh, those are old lady shoes?
I mean, yeah.
That's crazy. I know.
That's crazy.
Or
I mean,
even
I
like
can-
I would say, like, even from the point of view of like women looking down on, like, oh, I don't want to talk to him. This man got Air Forces on. You know what I mean? Like, is that something that
No, I would vibe with that. If I saw the Air Force Ones, that would be somebody maybe in my age group.
Right.
So I like that. I like that. The only thing that came to mind was the jellies. I remember growing up in the 90s, the jelly shoes. There's things that are starting to come back around that
Right.
I'm seeing. So I don't know. It's, they call it, I'm sure, vintage now, but I
It's
would
authentic.
say it's coming back. Some of the stuff is coming back around. So.
History repeats itself. for
And
real,
we're
for
at that
real.
age to see it come back around.
Yeah,
so-
something else that's crazy, aside from politics, aside from what's going on in the world, what be crazy is traffic.
Witnesses could do nothing but watch, capturing these now viral videos. It appears a vehicle
was being towed with a chain from the rear of the car instead of from the front.
Overhead, Don police say a driver going 105 miles an hour caused this wreck.
Move! Bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. I said move. Bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
So that's crazy, right? From then on, like when you 11 years ago, 11 years later, the traffic I don't remember it being the same. That's right.
Yeah. No.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. I think I told y'all when I first moved here trying to get settled in, it was a minor car accident, but my car was totaled. So it was definitely a scary situation. But I also questioned myself, how did I never realize that people drive so crazy in Houston before, when I lived here before? I definitely sat in the traffic from Huffmeister on 290 to the Beltway took me an hour, so I would chill in traffic, but the crazy drivers, I don't know, the out-of-towners maybe, all the construction adds to it. So,
Out-of-towners for real.
So it's gotten so crazy.
Yeah, it's for real. Because even besides gas prices and all that, of course, it's going to go up. But the amount of people moving in, you said out-of-towners, I think that was the perfect word. You know what I mean? So besides that, what do you think, Young?
Yeah, I mean, Houston is getting to be a popular place to move. So I would definitely say with that comes more traffic, more chaos. So, and you already know people that from the north side of Houston to the south side going towards once you pass up what's that? Clearwood and Edgebrook and all that. Once you pass that up,
Southeast.
yeah,
Shout out to
traffic's
Southeast.
bad. Off of Cross Timbers. As soon as you hit right there,
Shout out north side.
on north side, you already know it stopped traffic right there. So you got your spots by Galleria. It's always bad. So
I hit that today.
yeah, so
Same here.
It's just like when you're from here, like it becomes the norm, but it's definitely becoming worse than before for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same be someone and all that. And 45, it's not somebody did it again and it's like, no, I like the OG one. Remember the cross on 45 right there at 288 and you see that big cross and it was like white and it shine at night. It's not there no more. And like it's still crazy. And I be telling my brother, he's like, I don't remember. Because he's younger than me. You know what I mean?
Or the graffiti wall, the legendary graffiti wall that so many people took pictures and videos and all that stuff. No longer
right
there.
there.
The Selena Wall, the Pimp C, the Fat
that
Pat,
Muriel.
the Big Mo, the Slim Thug and Power Wall, all that shit gone. So
That's
Whack.
if you seen it and experienced it, then you did. If you didn't, and the ones to come, they'll never know.
They never
So,
know.
But it's a part of Houston culture for sure. So.
It is.
More you know.
I would say something that for that's crazy.
Women have been calling out disrespectful dudes at the gym by filming them and calling them gym creeps. Now, the trend has been catching a bit of criticism, with some guys saying the men in the videos are innocently working out and not worried about the IG baddies doing squats.
Alright, guys, someone help her. Oh, wait, she's filming.
I'm not a gym creep. I'm not a gym creep either. I need food.
She needs help.
I'm hungry. I'm married.
Now, that was a parody of the trend, but the gym creep trend has a lot of people split. Let's talk about it.
So for you, you're a personal trainer and you're in the gym and whatnot, right?
Bro.
You being in the gym, like, is that a thing? Like, creeps in the gym, bro? Is that a thing?
One time I was at Fitness Connection on Bissonnette. I heard I'm changing clothes from a workout early in the morning and I'm in the like, individual rooms, like where you like could change clothes, you know what I mean? Have a little bench, like sit down. So, and I'm doing that after like showering and all that stuff. I already worked out and stuff. And I never knew that, like, it blew my mind. Like, I never, this is my first time even saying it to anybody. I guess everybody gonna know, look, this is sauce in the city. We giving you some sauce so you know what's going on in the city, right? And guess what? I was not aware that somebody next to me they were like, and there was 2 guys. Because when I started getting out and I got my body bag, I got everything, and I'm washing my hands, them 2 guys walking the other. I was like, I never, you know what I'm saying? Now I was like, damn, I want to say like, I can't just, what the fuck? It's crazy at the gym. There are another one. I seen something on the east side on Planet Fitness. There was an employee in Planet Fitness, a man, recording other men taking a dump on the toilet. He had his camera right there by the toilet. Man, we got to do better, man. What the fuck, man? He
That's
looked like
so
a little
crazy.
youngster. That's crazy.
Gotta have your experience, like, you know what I'm saying?
At the gym,
weirdos at the gym, or just
weirdos at the
anywhere
gym.
out and about,
No. I mean, I'm not a gym girl. I would say I'm more of a Pilates or yoga studio. So, not to say it can't happen there, but I don't know. So yeah, I definitely haven't experienced any kind of recording or
that's
any
good.
kind of so crazy stories like that. But
Right, like women can't even go work out no more without weirdos in there recording and stuff. But I think they got like women all gyms or something like that, like all women gyms or something like that. But
yeah.
it's definitely crazy though. You got weirdos everywhere.
Weirdos everywhere.
I'm sure in Austin too, huh?
Yeah, there's weirdos
And New Orleans.
everywhere.
Oh no, Louisiana. You say Louisiana.
I was in New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans, okay.
Austin's supposed to be home of the weirdos. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say.
Nah, I thought it was Portland.
It's
It's
Austin.
Portland.
It's Austin. It even says like
Keep it weird. Yeah.
Yeah, keep Austin weird. I do even feel some judgment sometimes when I tell people in Houston that I lived in Austin. They look at me like I'm
Like a
one of
weirdo.
those weirdos. And I have to say, but I'm from Houston. I was born here. I just was living there for a minute. But no, it's definitely something that's thought of about Austin. But they also have nature, hiking, lakes, and so we still love Austin.
Yeah.
All right.
December 27, 1945. That was the first day I opened up my eyes. Born in the Motor City, raised in the shade. Can't remember very much before the age of 5. My mama had 11 children. I was number 5. 3 generations later, I'm still alive. Lots of friends, lots of family, did not survive yet. 3 generations later, I'm still alive. They call me Ginger Mama, ain't no shame to my claim. Cause I like to hustle in the flow of the game. Put my pedal to the metal, watch me flow in acapella. Shooting shots like Carmelo, money like Rockefeller. It's the shine with the Motor City, music's in my DNA. Got $1 million seller, woo, I'm on my way.
Shout out to Detroit.
Get it, Granny.
Shout out to Detroit.
She sounds better than most rappers I know. The lady, she just turned, 80?
Yeah.
80? She just turned 80, and she's celebrating having a party, and she's freestyling at 80 years old and having a good time.
They say she in the Motor City in Detroit.
Yeah, so she an
Shout out
80-year-old
to
grandma,
Detroit.
and she freestyled for her birthday, and it's a video going around, and she looked like she having a good time. So.
She did look like she's having a good
So
time.
I say, you old as you feel, you know what I mean? Shit,
True
live
that,
your
yes.
life and enjoy it, you know what I mean? A good time, not a long time.
The more you know.
Yes, I believe in that. I mean, life definitely has tried to knock me down and knock me out even, but I'm still here, so I'm trying
At
to.
43.
Still here at 43.
Happy belated birthday, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Right,
Thank
happy
y'all.
birthday.
Wait, so you a Pisces?
Aquarius.
Oh, you Aquarius. Oh, I'm Sagittarius. I know it rhymed, though. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His birthday tomorrow, speaking of that.
What?
His birthday's tomorrow.
Pisces, then.
for
Okay.
The first of the
turn up.
month.
I see.
My boy's on the first of the month on March, know what I mean? So shout out to all the March babies, whether you a Pisces or Aries.
And
know what
shout
I mean?
out to everybody that feel my pain of having a birthday on the 1st, you know what I'm saying? Because that's when the bills do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Renters do. If you ain't got nothing on the table, you ain't got to worry about catching a dog. You got to worry about a dog catching your ass.
Speaking that real shit real quick. Nah, for real. Man, I promise I've been that nigga since I came out womb. It was my tune, I must later the world will see me soon. Don't get it confused, this is my life, I had choices to choose. I had to learn to remain calm, don't catch no attitude. I catch a flight, might catch a Holy Spirit for altitude. Remove my ego, put my faith in God, what I choose to do. This is why I go harder than usual, my move like computers do. I'ma make do YouTube, make a playlist that'll make you move.
Performing E85 and Long Way to Calabasas from his upcoming album, Octane. Give it up for Don Toliver.
On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her. On the highway and I'm thinking there ain't no rubber. On the highway with my significant lover. On the highway and I'm thinking that I love her.
We're gonna go ahead and get into, her story and seeing how it came about to her doing this, what she's doing right now today. So let's get into it.
And I just told the story last night. After I left, I went to go to the screw shop to see Big A. Shout out to Big A at the screw shop. But I shared a story with him about me on November 11th, 2021, laying on my couch, and I heard 2 gunshots and a car peel out. So I jumped up and went to the door and cracked it open. Then I saw a girl screaming and a guy laying in the road. So I ran over there and called 911, and there was somebody already there, thankfully, that had him wrapped up. But yeah, I was on the phone the whole time, just giving them directions and just trying to keep him awake. People had come and tried to help. People were praying over us. But I saw him drive off in the ambulance and thought for sure that I had witnessed, the 3rd person in my life died of gun violence. But a couple days went by. I was leaving my house and saw him sitting out on the front curb where it happened, and his head was wrapped. And I just couldn't believe it, So I stood there frozen for what seemed like 5 minutes, but I drove off and drove in front of him. Of course, I'm crying. Can't believe it. It was so crazy that he's alive. And that's what I rolled my window down, and
That's
I was
what's
like,
up.
you're alive.
Salute.
And yeah, it was just insane to see him, but to have him ask if I was there to help keep him alive. And I said yes, and he thanked me for saving his life. So I'm grateful, for what I have been through before in the past, because instead of locking myself in my house or even probably having to move, because that's what the old Monica would have probably had to do. But I was able to help him, and he thanked me for saving his life. So
shoot,
it was,
for real, for real.
definitely so crazy.
So, you're originally from Houston, right? So where'd you grow up, as a kid, coming up? What area was that?
Yeah, born in Houston, St. Joseph Hospital.
Okay.
So downtown. I actually have one more crazy bit that I haven't shared with anybody that I could share about being born. At 11:06 a.m. on February 12th, 1983, I don't know who was working the shift at St. Joseph Hospital, but I was switched at birth.
Oh, wow.
And literally spent my first time out in the world in somebody else's arms, And I don't know, it's just kind of crazy because I feel like I came out of the womb, questioning so many things, questioning life. I've always done that, So as a little infant baby, questioning who's in charge here, how could this happen? And thank God for my mom. She did not breastfeed me. So that was kind of how my mom knew that when they handed her a different baby that she was not breastfeeding. So I had to be with somebody else. We just laughed thinking I was probably over there drinking her milk, So, luckily
That's
my mom
crazy.
brought me back. My mom asked, I wonder if he was drinking her milk. And I was like, I probably was. I don't know. But
I had to. I mean, how you going to survive? How you going to survive? Everybody got to eat.
So, yeah, I came back to my mom.
That's what's
found
up.
her arms,
That's what's up.
and so, yeah, so came into the world on that day and grew
11:06? No.
11:06 a.m.
11:06 a.m.
I don't know who was working that shift that morning, but
I'm in the a.m. too.
Are you? Yeah.
Yeah. My mama said I was like 5 a.m.
Okay.
5 in the morning. Yeah.
5 in the morning.
December 3rd. Yep.
December 3rd. But yeah, growing up, I grew up actually
In Houston, what side of town?
So not really in Houston, in the suburbs. I mean, up until I was 5 years old, we lived off of Stella Link, so South Side.
Southwest.
But
Okay, I know
I
Stella
don't
Link.
really remember much of those times. So when I was 5, I believe, we moved out to Waller. Northwest
Waller,
off
okay.
of 290.
Waller County is still, yeah.
Waller, still Harris County,
right.
but right at the edge.
Right.
So grew up out there. Yeah, my parents still live in Hockley today. And
It's
I
like
went
country
to-
like out there?
It's still country. I'm staying with my sister right now out in Hempstead, and
Okay.
I live next to a dirt road. So it is nice. I do feel like I get more of a fresher, cleaner air out there. I hear farm animals and
Different from
so
Austin.
It's
Yeah.
definitely different from my house in Austin.
Your new like a new environment. It's almost, but you're back home though. You know, like
It's been amazing being back home with my family.
That's what's
so
up.
it's been very makes me feel safe and it's comforting. I mean,
That's
yeah.
what's
I mean, I ran away from Houston because I was gonna say I don't know why I was away, but there was a reason. So, but I'm back and
this is like so 90s. I remember you mentioning right.
Yeah, so my grandparents lived in Eastwood neighborhood off of I-10, and Lockwood
Like,
was the
yeah,
exit.
Eastwood, yeah.
Harrisburg,
I mean, Fifth Ward,
and
like, around there.
Navigation area. So every weekend we would drive in from the country and stay out at my grandparents, for the weekend. Cousins would come and stay. So that's probably where I got more of my H-Town influence, literally.
You in the heart of the city, like
I was,
damn near.
yeah,
like,
every weekend pretty much. So just, the sights and the sounds, the music, every background noise was Screw, DJ Screw,
Right.
the music and the sights. That's kind of what I celebrate in my art. Just growing up in the 90s in Houston, it was definitely a vibe. And the word Astro World definitely comes to mind.
Man.
It raised us, we would
That's
spend the
another
whole
crazy. The
day.
ones that don't know, these youngsters.
I actually get emotional about Astroworld. It makes me so sad. They tore it down and it's just
And
an
this-
empty
Right,
lot. But
Astroworld. For those that don't know,
Y'all
man,
did
that's where it was at in the '90s. If you was a kid in the '90s, Astroworld, you get dropped off from your parents and they don't see you all day, and you know what I'm saying, you go do what you do, and you out there thugging it, you know what I'm saying, with your friends and shit, and then you get picked up once you cross that little bridge. For
Cross
those
the
that know, you gotta
bridge.
walk across that bridge to the parking and then go find your parents and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was back in the '90s for the '90s kids. You know what I'm saying? Those nowadays will never know. You know what I'm saying?
And if you don't know, now
Yeah,
you
for
know.
sure.
Now you know.
So, okay, that's what's up. So, at what age was it that you moved to Austin?
well, first I moved to New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
I made a little pit stop there and I was 26.
Where'd you go to high school at?
Waller High
Waller
School,
High School,
out
okay.
off of 290. It was a small school with cow pastures
Okay.
outside of it for the longest, but now it's insane. It's just grown so much, like everything else in Northwest Houston, but just Houston in general. But the high school
Right.
now is like one of the ones in Houston that we would go see.
Okay.
It's a big deal, and Daikin or the company actually is named the football field out there.
No,
and
the baseball.
well, the baseball field for the Astros, but out in Waller, our high school football field
Okay,
is
okay.
because they're out there off of 292.
Yeah,
so,
Daikin. Yeah, I know
Daikin,
the
yeah.
warehouse. I used to work
Yeah,
there.
so it's a big deal now
Yeah.
out in Waller, and no more. There's still cow pastures, but looking out the window, I'm sure so different than when
Right.
I
It's
looked
starting
out
to
the
get
window.
populated for sure. So.
So I did for a minute move after I graduated high school to College Station. I went to Blinn for a year, And
Shout
that
to Blend.
shout out, yeah. That just didn't work out. I don't know, school. I was trying to figure out my school situation. Then I ended up moving back home. So I was there for a year. Moved back home and then was just doing Houston Community College type shit. But while I was working, and I had a stressful job. It just wasn't working out. But then, yeah, so when I was 19, which was about this time, trying to just figure out life was when, I was out with some friends. And this was on February 2nd, 2003. Out with some friends. We were in the service industry, so we had the late shift. I mean, we didn't get off work until midnight or, 1 in the morning. I was a hostess. And yeah, we were just a big family there working together at this restaurant. It was called Babin's. It's no longer there in Willowbrook anymore. But so yeah, it was a fun job. Nothing I really took too seriously, but I loved everybody that I got to meet while I was working there. And 2 guys named Michael and Sean were my friends that worked there with us. And one night, somebody was having a hotel party at the Omni in the Galleria. So we all just left our cars parked there and carpooled to the Galleria because we were probably going to have some drinks. But it kind of ended up being a lame party. We had a couple of drinks, hung out more so than anything else. But like I said, by the time we got off and got down there and we were getting back home, this was 5 o'clock in the morning by the time we were getting back to our cars to then drive home. So when we got there, my friend Sean had a Honda Civic. I don't understand why he had so many issues with people trying to steal it. I mean, I think y'all know what guys do to cars. I don't know. He spent some money on it. I don't know. But he had problems with people trying to steal it. Like, I think just 2 weeks prior, someone had tried to steal it. So when we pulled up, Michael and Sean were asleep in the back seat. So we woke them up. We're here, and somebody's inside your car.
Oh, wow.
So we woke him up, and he was pissed because obviously someone's trying to steal his shit, but so many people have tried to steal his cars. So he was just livid, and we kind of pull up. There was another car parked next to his, which was their car, and there were 2 kids. I mean, they ended up being 18 years old and 16 years old that had their own car pulled up. So there was a gun that the younger kid grabbed and had on him the whole time. I mean, we had no clue. So Sean was, like I said, very angry. He yanked the kid out of his car and pretty much beat the shit out of him, like he had braces and like his mouth was all busted up. But he was just very angry, like ended up taking their wallets, and saying like, if my car doesn't start, then I'm going to fuck your car up. So he went to start it. It wouldn't start. So I don't know. They ended up hitting their car with like a bat and
busting shit up.
We busted some shit up. I mean, I was kind of standing around. I eventually ended up with their wallets because Sean took their wallets from them and their ID. So I was standing
get the
around.
like on top over them, like just to get one up on them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know why, but we had all of their shit.
Allegedly.
I had all of their shit. So,
Allegedly.
So yeah, we kind of were standing around. At this point, I was determined he was going to have to call a tow truck. So he tells them, that he slashed their tires and said, I'm not driving my car home, so you're not going to drive your car home. So he slashed the tires and told them to walk home, So yeah, we sent them off walking. They pretty much go behind the restaurant, which
you're down the rider.
Yeah. It was a Bennigan's.
Right.
Okay. That was there off of 249 in
Yeah.
Willowbrook area. It's something else now, but they walked off behind the Bennigan's. So we were just standing around. Sean had called the tow truck driver. He was on the phone with his grandparents to get help with this tow truck. And the guy came back with the gun and he just went straight for Sean. And so I witnessed him, shoot Sean a couple of times, and then Sean ran off. I just froze. I mean, I didn't know what the fuck was happening, but I froze and kind of ducked behind our car, Tori's car. Tori, who was another guy that was with us, he ran off in a zigzag motion he mentioned, which I was like, I don't think to do that. But he ran off into some bushes where he was kind of safe over there. And then Michael had kind of ran to his car, and he was trying to start it to leave after we saw him shoot Sean. So he went to Michael's car, and Michael wasn't even able to start his car to leave. But I was kind of keeping a lookout for him, where he was, just peeking over the car, and saw him, shoot Michael through the driver's side door.
Damn.
And so the window was shattered, and after that, this is as far as I used to be able to make it in the story too, because people would just hear that I witnessed my friend's murders and think that that's the end of it. But my hiding spot was not very good. He knew where I was, so he just came up behind me with the gun in his hand. So I definitely knew that was it. I mean, I just saw what he had done, and my brain kind of blanked out at this point. I do remember him holding the gun to my head and telling me that if I snitched, he would find me and kill me. But that was about all that I remembered. And then it was like I came to, and I just saw him walking away from me, and he had the gun in one hand and a knife in another hand, and he wanted his wallets back. So I gave him his wallets, and what I wasn't able to remember was that he did hold the gun to my head and pull the trigger, but the gun jammed. So he did have bullets for a minute. I thought he ran out of bullets. But I don't know. I just couldn't accept that somebody wanted me gone too. I don't know. It just, my brain couldn't accept that until I made it to a certain point in my healing journey to learn this information. So yeah, definitely.
You got a greater purpose in you.
Also, I believe so now.
Deep.
He also had the knife, so if the gun jammed, I don't know. My dad shared with me too that he was like looking around for a bullet, trying to find it to put it back in. I don't know. It was just, again, I blanked out on a lot of this, but
This in the 90s?
2003.
2003, you did say that. 2003.
And he was able to get in his car with his slashed tires, and he drove off.
Oh, wow.
And then so I just stood there, frozen, which is how I stayed for 20 years. But I walked over to Michael's car and saw him, and it seemed like at that moment, the swarm of HPD came, and it was just turned into chaos after that. But yeah, I mean, so I was a witness to that and a victim of gun violence. But I had, was taken downtown to be interviewed for so many hours, and the same story, and the lineup, of the photos, and just getting updates of that they had eventually found him. And then, he was a 18-year-old. So we were all kids. I mean, I was 16, 18. I was 19. Sean was 22, and Michael was 23. I mean, we were all young when this happened. So
yeah, it's crazy.
So that definitely had such an impact on my life and a great effect, and not so many good ways in the beginning. I just started drinking a lot of alcohol because that's how I see family deal with it. And well, they don't deal with it. They drink alcohol. Right. So I gave that a try. Got lots of advice that, I don't know, it was just interesting. Like the avoidance, people and that want to just pretend like it didn't happen. Just don't think about it, and listen, just keep trucking. But yeah, it was definitely very difficult for 20 years. I mean, I feel like I stayed in a state of shock.
Right.
Or frozen for 20
Nah, for
years.
real.
So I was off making bad decisions, not the healthiest decisions for myself, you know, and that's why I ended up in New Orleans and ended up being in a toxic relationship with somebody who's now my ex-husband. So, you know, and yeah, it's
you
been a long
moved out
journey.
there first to New Orleans, and then that situation
No.
happened, or you met him here?
No.
And you traveled with him to.
We met
or-
in Baton Rouge. I was living in Houston and just went with some girlfriends to this Baton Rouge LSU tailgate party. And he was there, and he's from New Orleans. So we met there, dated long distance for about 6 months, and then I got laid off from my job. This was in 2008 when shit got crazy.
Yeah. Recession.
And so, yeah, I kind of felt like all the puzzle pieces are falling in place. I lost my job. I'm dating this guy, and he had just bought a home in New Orleans. So he was like, yeah, we need to be together, you know. So I moved, and yeah, it was just crazy. That was so crazy.
Like what Tupac said, like a rose that grew out from the concrete, you know, because through witnessing all that to what you're doing now, you know. So really, like Tupac, like from that's really deep. Everything you're saying, like, wow. It's a lot to swallow at the same time.
I know.
I didn't mean to say it like
I mean, I wanted to get out of Houston. I blamed everything, all my problems on Houston. It's ghetto. And then when that happened, you know, I wanted to say too, Michael, we brought up the Motor City earlier. He was from Detroit, and he had just moved to Houston. He only lived here 10 months or so, trying to get away from all that Detroit is. And Houston could have really showed him the right way. But no, I mean, he left Detroit to get away from the exact same shit that Houston showed him. So, yeah, it's definitely, I forget where we.
Yeah, it's definitely sad.
you were talking about Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just crazy that he tried to get away from it all, and ended up finding it here too.
So then leaving felt like the next step, right? Trying to get out of the city for a bit.
And then he asked me to, like I said, he had the house, and my puzzle pieces were all falling together. You know, God was, I don't know. So I mean, obviously, I thought I was in love and all that, but I was not mentally well to be even dating, looking for a husband. You know, I had a lot of issues that I needed professional help with, but I was just trying to truck along and stay strong, and you know, not think about it.
Right, and I like that you mentioned that, because for people that don't understand how important like mental health is, you know what I mean? Because coming from how I was raised, or like how a lot of people in the Hispanic community, you know, households in the Hispanic community, they've been raised the same way. Like, there's not really, you know, they don't look at it like, okay, maybe he got ADHD, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, he's got, you know, there's something wrong with somebody that's just like, oh yeah, he's thrown off, don't worry about him. Like, he's good. That's my thrown off uncle. Don't worry about him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thrown off, yeah.
You know, or something like that.
Yeah.
It was always like, nobody talks about like getting help, or nobody talks about if you feel like you got some shit going on and you need to get it worked out. There's nothing wrong with, you know, seeking the help that you need to get it squared away before it gets out of hand, you know, because we're all human. We all got emotions. We all got feelings. So, you know, shit happens. People go through things that, you know, it's not, everybody's different, and what you may get through easily, somebody might find difficult to, you know, to adapt to, or to,
for real,
you know, adjust or whatever. So,
yeah,
you know, life is traumatic, you know what I'm saying? So, for sure. But
yeah, definitely my dad is a Mexican man, and it's looked at as maybe a weakness if you show emotions or try and get help. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a weakness to be avoidant and be in denial and pretend. I mean, we only get one life. So to go through your whole life doing all that is kind of crazy to me. I mean, it's difficult to face things head on, but to me, there's no other way. I mean, you have to go through it,
For sure.
or you keep going around it, and you're gonna find
You're gonna
yourself
back again.
in the same place that you were. So,
For sure.
so for me, it's a strength to be vulnerable.
Hashtag message.
There you go.
Be vulnerable and seek help, however you need it, and just never give up on yourself. Find what you need
Right.
to get you where you need to be.
Okay.
Real.
So then what took you to go to Austin? What made you
So,
go that way?
After I got divorced, I was just kind of like, I'm gonna move back home. I mean,
Like
I loved
Texas.
New Orleans. Yeah, I wanted to move back to Houston. I mean, really just because my family and friends are all here. That was just where I automatically assumed, but I couldn't find a job in Houston at the time, and the company I was with in Austin said they were opening, in New Orleans, said they were opening a location in Austin, and if I would be open to moving there, which I was just bummed because I wanted to move. I thought I was
Back
going
to
to be back
Houston.
home. But yeah, I'm very grateful that it worked out that way because Austin was very healing for me and a therapeutic city, I feel like. So I do feel like it was where I needed to be. And it is where I ended up meeting my therapist, who I've done a lot of work with. So I kind of feel like get me to this point, which
Right,
is kind of where
nice.
circling back to my art. And
Okay.
I don't know, I feel like there was just a lot of space in my mind was consumed by my trauma and my diagnosis, PTSD.
Blunt trauma, damn near.
Yeah, so I just, I don't know, I'm trying to like figure out who I am still without without all that. And
Yeah, well, there's no time limit on how long it takes for someone to heal from whatever they got to do. So you got to do what you got to do. And that's good that you're working on it and you're seeing the progress and you're building yourself back up. And that's what it's all about. So that's a good thing.
thank you. Yeah.
So congratulations on that.
Nah, for real.
Instead of just staying down and out, and just kind of being it's real easy to go down, It's real easy to go down and follow, because
Check it out.
it's real easy to follow how you feel. You feel down, so it's easy to fall into that and just disappear and get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? So
Hashtag message.
yeah, for sure. So that's a good thing. And so at what point did you start getting into the art? Like I was asking the other day, like were you always like somebody that had something going on with like art or like sculptures or whatever you're doing? Like, did you always do that, or is just something you fell into along
like
the
your
journey?
release to what you're going through.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
me.
I feel like I've always had a creative mind. I never knew. I always knew I wasn't a painter or I can't really draw, much. Or what I can think of in school, I remember doing like ceramics, and that was kind of more my vibe, and using the tools to, scrape and like fill it with color. So I just feel like where I'm at, I guess, in my healing, created space in my mind for me to be creative. So it kind of got started in 2019 was when I started being creative. And I couldn't find any of them, but it's kind of funny. I got creative by literally painting rocks.
Okay.
Wow.
And maybe I can send y'all a picture of them. But
That's
the
love.
mandalas, the dots,
Right,
it was the different colored dots, which I want to make more of those because it's nice to hold in your hand. It's a piece of art,
Portable.
but
Right.
it feels to carry it. I don't know, it seems easy, but
You're looking
use
at
it
another
to-
artist right there.
Right,
Jay
yeah,
Young
like-
is another artist.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
wasn't
I do a
aware.
little
I
bit
seen
of
him
this,
draw.
A little bit of that, a little bit of
Okay,
everything.
a little bit of
little bit of
this,
everything.
Yeah. So I feel back then, resin, I feel came about when I needed it to, or just became bigger when I was being creative or had the space to be creative.
Right.
Then COVID, happened. And then I would say I really got into the Houston stuff. So I just I don't know. Houston is a part of my story, Like I
Okay.
said, I
Yeah,
ran
for real,
away.
Right.
Now that I'm back and beginning my H-Town takeover,
Right.
There it is.
it's just, yeah, it's a big part of my story. And to me, it's about growing up in the cities in the 90s, like I said, before trauma consumed my life, because I do have some childhood trauma too. So just, you know, to
That
celebrate.
cultural,
Yeah.
what you was raised in, and see, I was a baby. Like I'm the 91. Like when
Okay.
it was 90, I'm the next year, right? I'm early 90s. I got to see, but as a kid, I don't even remember the first mid 90s. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm out the blue. But we were staying in southeast at the time by Gulf Gate area.
Okay. Yeah.
And my parents, they went to Milby High School. That's where they met at. So apparently when when my dad, my uncle, on his brother, he had a house, just so happened to be right there in Gulf Gate, like 2 houses down from Glenstone, where Screw was at them times. And I'm right there on Arnhem, right behind like that Spanky's Pizza.
Yeah, I know.
Right behind it, it was like, and then there's a Metro Transit Center. Then it's got that Sicko. That Sicko was my street. We always turn on that Sicko. And later, as I grew up, I found out, hey man, Glenstone, like and I remember as a kid in the street, in that corner, and then going towards that way, it's like cars back. And I remember stories about there was cars parked, like line. He had a line and all that stuff. And you actually got to remember and jam, like at the moment. I got to hear it after. So you got to live it as it was. And to me, it's like stupid live. Like I wish I was, you know what I'm saying, that era, like that shit was live.
It is, yeah. It was a great moment to be alive. And like I said, for me, when I was a child, you know, just life was great. You know, I was using my imagination and just loving life, you know. So, and the soundtrack of Houston is that, you know. So it's just, I even did a few pieces to honor him, and they're very appreciative of it at the Screw Shop. I'm grateful for them. I thought the Screwheads were going to come after me and say, you know, because I don't call myself a Screwhead, but my shit is called That's So H-Town, and DJ Screw was a big part of that. So he gets a little piece in what I do. So yeah, it's just everything H-Town.
Right.
Hey,
That's dope. That's dope. Okay,
Shout out to Houston.
so getting into it around COVID, already you started with the artwork. When did it become like, I guess we could say like catching traction to where like you're starting to do artwork for certain artists and stuff like that? When did it get into that point?
I mean, I guess it seemed to happen fast, but also slowly, because I was in Austin. So I feel like that was holding me back a little bit, you know, just not being here to do markets. But that's kind of when, I mean, 2021 was when I did my first market. So getting it out in front of people really is when I noticed, obviously, my favorite compliment is I haven't seen anything like that. So the markets, I mean, doing some art markets, but I've just kind of not been able to do those lately. It doesn't really travel well. I don't think my art, you know, it's not a one-dimensional canvas that people can just wrap up and stack. You know, I have to have the space for it. So not really doing mini markets anymore, but it was fun to get it in front of people and just see people's reactions. And it's just, if you vibe with it, then you vibe with it. And if you grew up in Houston in the 90s, then you vibe with it. And that's a lot of people. So, and it's not even just Houston too. It's a Texas love,
culture.
You know, it's Texas
all over.
love. Yeah.
Texas, outside of
Takeover.
Texas, I'm talking about everybody, like, you know, knows when you see it. It's like, oh, it catches everybody's eye for sure.
Nah,
so
for real.
That's good. That's dope. Who was the first person, I guess, that you made some artwork for, that you got a chance to like give it to them and present it to them?
That's difficult, right? Giving it to them, but D Baby was the first. And he's big now. It's funny because he FaceTimed me probably 5 years ago, 4 years ago when I was getting started. And then he just started getting really busy, but we made the connect through Dreams at Exotic Pop. So I kind of got connected with them too. But yeah, I mean, you can find it at Johnny Dang's. You can find it upstairs at the sneaker store, Flawless.
Okay.
And Empire Jewelers, though, shout out
Empire
to
Jewelers.
Mo.
Yeah.
Mo at Empire Jewelers has.
Shout out to Mo.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Mo. Thank you, boo. From the moment he saw it on Instagram, he wanted me to bring several pieces by, and they've let me hang my art at their stores.
Right.
And they just opened a new store in Willowbrook Mall,
Yeah,
which
I've
is
seen
just
that
crazy. And
already,
I met
right.
you there the other day, so.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to be able to go back to the area and not lose my shit. I
Right.
don't even really get anxiety and I don't cry, you know. It's
Right.
just amazing to go back to places that broke you,
And
you know,
rebuild,
and
for sure. Rebuild new memories.
and bring something that I'm proud of and I've been able to create through all of the bullshit. So.
Young,
For
go
sure.
ahead and show right there to the camera.
So what she's talking about, let's get one example of one piece that she did for us. Also, saying that, let me go ahead and welcome and congratulate Miss Monica Valadez for being a proud sponsor for Sauce in the
Yes.
City podcast. And so, example, this is you know what I'm saying, a version of what she does
Show right quick.
for those that see that.
So yeah, it was a little conversation I
Show that
had
bling
with
bling
myself.
too right there, that grill, Joe.
Oh
Show that,
yeah,
young.
get over
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So-
My man look live for the camera.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So, you know, it's dope. I think it's a dope concept. Like you said, your favorite compliment is I never seen anything like that before. When I first saw it, it definitely caught my eye, and I'm fascinated with how you came across this. Like, you stumbled. Like, how did you stumble upon that? You know, like, oh shit, look, you know what?
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was starting to say, I literally had a little conversation with myself in my head that was looking at some Houston art and how can I really celebrate the culture, and the 90s is a big part of it. So I was looking around at other artists, and I saw a lot of drawings, you know, one-dimensional art, paintings of the cups, you know, with the different spills, all with the purple, you know, spills and drips. And so I just said, can we put the actual cups on the wall? I mean, asking myself, you know,
Right.
can we do that? Is anybody doing that? Can we do that, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, mixed media art is found objects, you know, that you can use to create art with. So
For sure.
technically the styrofoam cup is that.
H
But
time.
I love dimension. I like that you can look at it from one standing point and move to the side or look down into one of my framed pieces. And it took me so long to figure out how to make it look like it really spilled. But that was, you know, something I've worked on for a few years. But because initially I was cutting the drips out. I was painting them in acrylic paint with a gel gloss medium, which looked like it was liquid, but not obviously like a liquid
With
could
that
do. 'Cause
glossy.
that's what, yeah. So I was hand cutting the drips out and gluing them to the cups, just waiting till I could figure out how to do them like this. So
Right,
years
right.
later, I've finally figured it out. So
You got the sauce.
I got the
and
sauce.
and you ran with it.
and yeah.
And now it's the
so,
city.
yeah, it's just the feedback that I get from everybody. I mean, it's like I said, there's a big range. I feel like it's a small niche, but there's so many of us
Right.
that grew up in the city when I
Yeah,
did. So
For sure.
How they
okay.
find you?
So
yes, find me. For now, the best way is on Instagram. It's _H_Town until I get my website up and running and my art studio that should hopefully be coming soon for you guys to easily purchase my art. I feel like in Austin, I was just putting people off. I'm going to be there soon. Let me figure out my shit. And it'll be easier for you guys to buy, but I haven't figured it out yet. So
Right.
the art studio will help with that.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, and then I can show how I create it all. Something that's interesting I can share with the cup that looks like it spilled over.
Right.
Let's go ahead and show it. You want to present it?
Yeah, and well, matter of fact, just show the camera over
Okay,
here.
let me
Let's
put
get in on this. So I want everybody to check it out. This is what she does, people.
All right, now I'm going to put the camera on it with the single it.
The
And
one,
just
yeah,
zoom in.
that spilled. I didn't know that epoxy, I guess, generates a static. So
Oh, really?
when I was pouring the resin in, the cup, it didn't pour regularly. It shot swirls, purple swirls, all in the inside of the cup. And I said, what the fuck is happening? Because I didn't know that that static electricity was being created on the inside of the cup.
Right.
So it was pulling my resin everywhere. So now before I pour in the purple, I have to get a dryer sheet and wipe the inside of the cup.
And that works.
That works.
There you go, man.
But how in the hell? I mean, I don't know. So if you're trying to make your own cups, it's going to create static. But yeah, I want to show how I make it all.
Right. That's dope. That's a dope
that spilled
concept.
cup right there, right?
Yes, the spilled one.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'll hold it up.
And the OGs will know that's a very old cup because my spills have gotten more creative instead of just one big circle spill. But that's probably 3 or 4 years old. But yeah, the resin really protects the
Turn it the other way.
styrofoam, but also, you know,
There,
gives
you
it a
see that
nice
perfect,
gloss.
The detail, the ice cubes, that's dope.
Thank you.
Real dope concept. That's why I said it catches.
Thank you.
Catches people's eye.
That's that phrase. Man, my drink spill.
Yeah.
My drink spill.
So, and everybody in Houston that they view a sipper, you know, that's bad business. That's bad news. It's like, oh no.
Yes, 97.9 got connected with them. They did a piece of one of my cups spilled over like a mixing table. And so many people said that's triggering as fuck. Like to see that shit spilled right there. That's not good.
Right.
So let's talk about the I like the idea of the concept. It looked like the city is dranked out.
Yes.
You know, like the
yes.
whole city dranked out. You see that H-Time look?
Yes, I even put it over the frame. It has the cubes on the
And
top.
those got the cubes, I just noticed.
The ice cubes on the top. So it really, you know, adds to the dimension of.
Right. And
H-Time.
in no way is she promoting any drug use by any kind. She is promoting the Houston culture, the art.
Yes,
So
because
for
my
those-
page is not called I Sip Drink or You Should Sip Drink or
Right,
anybody.
right.
It's called That's So H-Town.
Exactly.
That's what
and
it
that
is.
is a part of it,
Hashtag
so.
message.
That's
Yes.
dope. So who else besides D-Baby have you gotten a chance to, like, you know, present art to or stuff like that? Or just that you've made something for? Like,
So Mexican OT has loved it. I've messaged with him. He is one of many who thinks I'm a bro. I get a lot of messages thinking that I'm a guy, so which I don't take offense to it at all. But somebody said you should take it maybe as a compliment. You know, it looks like a man's work, maybe.
Right, and it's funny, like that we were talking about last time. Was it on the comments when I posted something? They were like, "Oh wow, there's a human being to this."
Yes.
I've always just thought it was a cup of drink, like thought you were a cup of drink, and I thought that was funny, you know. But now that they're starting to see you, now that you're starting to pop out, and you know.
Yeah,
So-
it's been easy to hide behind my art. I mean, that's why I'm a visual artist. So yeah, this is a big deal for me being here. But I also brought my emotional support double cup, which
Right. So okay, which one?
no, not really. But my double cup girls, yeah, they came with me. They have grills.
Let me put
They-
let me it was already standing out.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now you can talk
She
about
looks beautiful. Yes. Obviously the purple drips are her hair, and she has a grill. She also, all of them are gonna have. I have 3 moles on my face, so they're all gonna have one of my moles. I'm just adding a little like
Hey.
personalized.
Right.
your signature style.
Yes,
That's dope.
and I also dedicate shout out to my sister. She has the like Cindy Crawford mole, so I am doing a couple with her moles.
Okay.
Like that mole, like from Austin Powers, mole,
Yes.
mole.
So yeah, that's kind of one of my newest things. But so I haven't really had them out at markets or anything. But I brought one today as support.
Okay.
But and then the grill piece
Right.
Let me go down. Right there. You see that?
is a combination of resin, clay. I forget even what some of the stuff is called. But it's mostly resin and clay. I make a lot of my own molds. So they're silicone molds. And then use the resin to fill the molds with. Spray paint everything white. and then add all the colors in and textures after that. So the green texture is, I think it's called a putty, or no, a modeling paste.
Okay.
And then I add the green color to it, and then hand paint each tooth. And that one I added the flat back rhinestones to look like diamonds. But I was mostly just using glitter for that. But the rhinestones give it a little bit more of a look. But they take longer to make, you know.
Right.
So I've also done larger size grills, and that's what you can see at Johnny Dang's. But so yeah, Mexican OT. Slim Thug has taken a picture with one of my cups.
Hey, shout out to Slim Thug.
Shout out Slim Thug. Sauce Walker.
Okay.
Did a music video. Where My Soda At.
Okay.
And yeah, so a few, and then like I said, it's been upstairs at Flawless.
Okay.
That's kind of a new thing, but they've made comments that a Texans player bought my art one time and a UFC guy, you know. So I'm not there in some of the cases, and a lot of these people are just kind of hard to get a hold of. So I'll drop it off somewhere, but I mean, I can't think of anybody else that's shown love, but 97.9, I kind of brought them up.
Yeah,
They're on board with me hanging a few pieces. So shout out to Tex at 97.9. He's been really supportive too.
And how long have you been starting, like, officially going hard? What year was it? Like right after COVID?
I wouldn't say until now. I mean, really being able
now.
to really focus on it. So I do have a full-time job that I'm trying to figure out, but I kind of need it to fund this art studio I'm trying to get and, you know, art supplies. So I wish I had more time and space. I need time and space to kind of focus more on it. So when that happens, I'm going to be, and I'm going to figure out my job situation. You know, obviously if I see, I'm going to weigh my options at some point. But I would love it to be
the full time.
a whole, I mean, I want to have my art studio, make it a whole vibe. I was at the screw shop yesterday and told him I want it to feel like this. You know, they got the incense going, the screw, you know, so the music's going to be a big part of it, and just the wall will be filled with everything H-Town, and also have other people's art amongst it. But it's supposed to be a gallery wall. Everything I do is pretty small scale, or 8 by 10. So, I mean, I've even done the 610 sign, you know, doing everything, adding purple drips to it. 713, you know, just anything. So lyrics of songs, it's even a thing, but I want it to be a whole gallery wall that's
like a tribute.
So H-Town.
I picture like a tribute, Mario. Like,
it's kind of my love letter to Houston. I'm sorry I talked so much shit.
Nah, I like that.
I ran away, you know, but no, I'm back.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for sure.
To take over Texas takeover.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, that's dope. And y'all got to see right here a couple examples of what she does, and she's good at what she does, and I think it's dope. And I'm excited for her to be a part of the podcast as far as a sponsor, and looking forward to seeing some Sauce in the City collabs. So definitely, I got tons of ideas, so we're gonna definitely chop it up and get some stuff going. So for sure, you know,
solid. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, it is. And y'all's logo, I love it. Goes with what I'm doing. So pretty much anybody in Houston, do you have a dope logo or want to collab? You know, that's what I'm all about, and making connections. I've been able to meet a lot of amazing people, I feel like, through my art. So
for sure.
I'm grateful for it, that it exists, so that I can be out here doing it, you know.
Right. Okay. Yeah,
man, the South by Southwest almost been a year from now, for real.
It was March 14th, mid-March.
Yeah,
so it's
coming up, and that's when we met. I ain't performed when you saw me. Did you see me perform?
Yeah.
I ain't performed in 3 years. You know what I mean? I ain't performed in 3 years, and it was like a comeback or just a welcome back. You know what I mean? And me and him with this, the podcast was like brand stinking new. And brand fresh and new. You know what I mean? But you know how people say.
Yeah.
So it was fresh. Our cousin was there, JR, shout out to JR from the Southeast. So we was right there, and seeing that was like, it was a lot to intrigue because we were in Austin. We're not from there. We just visit there, and it's not even like that.
Yeah.
But H-Town, I mean Austin, what's up, man? For real, salute. So that is all going on. You back in town. Something that you said you in North Side, right? You in that side of town.
Yeah.
I'm new as well, moving to that side of town, North Side, and something that I was gonna bring up is a topic, a segment like the more you know.
Okay.
And something about that I found out where I'm living at, they call it like Independent Heights, and I hear it's Studewood. I walk around the bus, I take the bus, right? It says, it gives you like a history class on the little stop sign. I mean, on the metro stop
Oh,
with
yeah.
the sunroof. It got the little roof so you can sit down, and it has like, it say that where I'm at on that Independent, shout out the North Side, shout out to Independent Heights. You know, I'm new to the area, so, you know, welcome me with open arms, man. This H-Time, you know, coming from the Southeast, Southwest. But Independent Heights turns out to be the first, I guess, neighborhood. You know, it was Heights. Heights is one of the first neighborhoods of Houston, right? Once you get on 610 on the other side, it's Independent Heights. And then it has a picture of, you know, like this was the first mayor of this neighborhood. This is like the first neighborhood for black folks. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my black man, black people, man. It's always brown love, black love, brown pride. You know what I mean? So with all that is the more you know. Independent Heights is the first something, if you're historically from Houston, you know, little did I know. I never knew that. But it's a Houston historic moment for the city.
For the
Know what I mean?
city.
For the
Yeah.
people. Know what I mean?
For
For
the
real.
people. Yeah.
Another thing, being active in this health, right? I found out there's 3 different kinds of categories as far as your body. There are endomorph, mesomorph, ectomorph. With all that being is endomorph is hard. If your body is hard to lose weight, but it's easy for you to gain weight, you have that endomorph body. Contrary, ectomorph. If it's easy for you to lose the weight, but it's hard for you to gain weight, you have ectomorph body. Mesomorph, the third one, is kind of like that one athletic built naturally. So it's easy for both to lose weight, gain weight. The more you know. It's just everybody that is out there that just didn't know, but now you know.
I just wanted to say real quick, Houston is a big city, so in every big city you have big coffee drinkers, you know what I mean? And that being said, so for all my coffee lovers out there, if you're looking for a dope spot to satisfy your coffee cravings, Slow Drip, Texas is the place you want to be, you know what I mean? And they're open from 7 to 7 every day. Every day. You heard that? Every day.
I need to go by there.
From 7 to 7. So the address is Sky House North 77002, 1625 Main Street, Suite A1, Houston, Texas. All right.
Got it.
So go down there, check them out. So remember, Houston is the place. Okay. So if you're looking for a place that's slow dripping and never tripping, then look no further. You know what I'm saying? Here we are.
Slow Drip Text. You can even catch the train. I caught it yesterday. You know, I was in downtown the time of being right now, the last day of February, Go Tejano Day. I just happened to be downtown. That train is by Slow Drip. If you just catch that red train, you just get off that bus, just walk one block on that red line, the train, everybody that catch the train, the red line, just get off right there on the Bell station, turn left, walk that block, turn left, Slow Drip. It's right there in the heart of the city, right there.
Right. And so for those that don't know, I want to give a quick shout out to them because it's going to be their 2-year anniversary party that they're going to have April 25th. So y'all be on the lookout. So y'all go show love, pop out, you know what I'm saying, get you some coffee, take you some coffee home. Not only do they have coffee there in the fridge, cold, waiting for you, they got fresh coffee they make there. They'll make you your drink right then and there. You could get it, take it to go home.
Okay.
They also got bags of coffee. You could buy their coffee and take it home and grind it yourself. You know what I mean? So everything coffee that you need in Houston, Texas, Slow Drip, Texas, where you want to be. Like I said, you're looking for somewhere that's slow and dripping and never tripping. You're going to need to go to Slow Drip. You know what I'm saying? So, Miss Monica, I want to thank you for coming and joining us on the podcast and bringing some of your art up here to showcase and get the city aware of what you do. And it's like I said, I think it's a dope concept, and I think you'll go far with what you do. So
I appreciate it.
excited to see
yeah.
what you got coming in the near future. So
Thank you. Thank you for being a part of it.
right,
Yes.
for sure. And also for those that are looking to get a hold of you, again, where can they find you?
Yeah, for now, Instagram, that's _ H-Town. And then eventually I'll have, the website, everything set up, and my art studio.
Nice.
You answered my question. I was going to ask you. So what's to come? What's to expect? What's future? What you got plans? Is getting that website done
in the studio. Getting in
The studio is I'm feeling pressed for that now because I did an art market last Saturday, and I just had a moment where I was like, I can't do this right now. It's like I said, it doesn't travel too well. It takes up space, so I need to just have somewhere where I could set my vibe and have people come talk about collabs, buy my art, and catch a vibe, like I said.
Hey, it's time.
Okay, so let's do the top 5. Let's get into the top 5 real quick. So what is your top 5 favorite things about H-Town? Let's say.
Hashtag top 5.
So, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, and I know it doesn't exist anymore, but Astroworld has my heart.
Right, Astroworld, okay.
So, yeah, also growing up, and I know she's not from Houston, but Selena makes me think of, just like I said, around the timing in the 90s growing up. She had a big influence on my life. And I was 12 when she was murdered, so.
And you got her bangs too right now.
And I have her haircut.
The hairstyle.
For sure. Just like Houston always have a part of Selena, like the Astros jacket that came out, like the design from back in the day at the 90s. They don't even call it the Astro jacket, like that year or whatever. They call it the Selena jacket.
It's the Selena, yes.
So it's crazy though.
I was
Houston
able,
always had
to see her at the rodeo twice, at the Astrodome, you know. So
live.
So yeah, we'll say the Astrodome is the favorite.
That's 3.
Favorite, yeah. So sports, I'm a big sports fan,
like
so
Oilers,
I love. I mean, that was the first football game I ever went to was an Oilers game, but I've always been a big Rockets fan. Clutch City.
There you go.
So I was definitely, rocking the jerseys back then. I was around 12 that time too, around that time, and
last one.
Of course, our Astros and Rockets. So the sports I do love, all of the teams, and just glad to be back in a city that has professional sports. So last one. Just the culture, the culture.
The screw, the H-Time,
the
mean,
music,
the
culture.
Austin doesn't have the culture like we have here. Even Dallas or, San Antonio maybe, but
That sauce.
That
sauce. We ain't got the sauce, you know what I'm saying?
It's all love though, man.
It is, yeah. And they love it too.
Right.
So yeah, just the Houston culture is my last. In the 90s, though, that's kind of specific, but it's still a vibe now, it's just different,
So let's go it over.
Also, any places that you feel like are people need to check out in Houston as far as restaurants, anywhere, like is there anywhere that you would recommend to somebody that's not from Houston or that, even the people that are from the city that, hey, I recommend this spot. This is...
Yeah. I'm going to go with Doña Leti's. That's a Mexican restaurant. They have 3 locations.
I've been to one of them.
In Houston, but they hired one of the mural artists in Houston. So it's Houston all over the walls, you know, and I made them some cups a few years ago.
Slow it down.
So yeah, go check them out. They the good food, like I said, the art, and it is a vibe in there. There's so many, everyone goes there for their birthday party, it seems like. So it's a celebration. So I can get a little loud, but it's fun.
Right.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay.
And they support everything that I do too, and other local artists. So
nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doña Letis.
Okay. Yes. And what would you say would be something about Houston where like it could be food or something where like you taste that, then you're like, oh yeah, you're in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's something that they don't have anywhere else. You know what
In
I'm saying?
Austin, New Orleans.
yeah.
For example, some people say Timmy Chan's is that right there. Like so, but you know everybody's different. Like, what would be your one thing that like Houston? It reminds you of that, like of the Houston.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really sure, but I mean, I can use this moment to give a shout out to Chef Machete Machete.
That purple sauce.
Yes,
Okay.
he does the purple lean sauce, and we did a collab not too long ago. But
That's
nobody
live.
has the purple lean sauce.
Nice.
It looks good. It looks good on the tacos,
Yeah.
I think, and it tastes good. So, and he
Dope.
recently was on the Next Level Chef.
The chef, yeah, I seen him.
Where's that
Yeah.
at? For those that
He's
don't know, because that's
in-
interesting.
it's-
I've never heard.
It's in NASA, off of NASA Road
Southeast.
1.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Baybrook were out there. The
Yeah,
ride.
off of
Gordo
NASA Road
Niños.
1. Okay.
It's
Don
inside
Niños.
a gas station. His little setup.
Right.
But yeah, he's also been very supportive. And I don't think you get that lean sauce anywhere else.
Nah,
Nice.
that's
Y'all go
authentic.
check it out.
Yeah,
Y'all go
only
check
one.
it out. All right.
One of one.
Any shout outs or anything like that you want to go on the closing out? You want to give a shout out to anybody that might be watching or just anybody in general that you know?
I don't know. Maybe just my family. Like I said,
Okay.
I'm glad to be back home. My mom. If you've seen me at an art market, you probably met my mom. She's my #1 supporter and fan.
nice.
And
Shout out to Mama Dukes.
Yes,
Right.
my 2 nieces and 2 nephews. I'm excited to be back home to watch them grow and
Right.
turn into young men and young women, and hopefully inspire them with what I'm doing too. Yeah, it's difficult to share with them because they're my little babies, and the scary stuff to share. But it's me, so they'll learn eventually about their Thea and why I am the way I am and what makes me who I am. So shout out to my fam, also my dad.
Right.
My boy.
Big Papa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Already.
All
The
right.
family always over everything.
Yeah.
There you
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So y'all heard it, and y'all got to see That's So H-Town. Be on the lookout for this art. She says she has a Texas takeover, so
yeah.
be on the lookout.
And make
Cisco?
sure y'all like and subscribe. All right,
Yes.
like and subscribe. Leave a comment. What would be your hashtag top five?
Right.
What would be your favorite top 5 things of H-Town, of Houston? You know what I mean? And she said that authentically. I like that. Everything. Astroworld, Astrodome, Sports Fan, Selena, Quintanilla, and motherfucking H-Town. Know what I'm saying? Screw side. Screw. Yeah, what it is. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Y'all tuning in and getting to meet somebody special right here. Very creative and back in the town, back in the city. So if you already see it in the city, you see it somewhere out there, you already know what it is. What is it?
That's So H-Town. You
Hey,
already
hey.
know.
You know what I'm talking about?
What's up? My name's Monica, and I'm the artist at That's So H-Town. It's mixed media art. It's resin, styrofoam, and clay sculpted. And wait, no, I don't like any of that. Give me a follow, and I'll follow you back. And I look forward to something. Fuck. So give me a follow, and I'll follow back. And if you see it out in the city, you already know That's So H-Town. Waving my hands again. Houston, what's up? My name's Monica, and I'm the artist at That's So H-Town. I'm back in Houston, and I'm excited for my H-Town takeover. For those of y'all who don't know, I am a mixed media artist. I use resin, clay, and a lot of styrofoam. So I'm excited about that, and the best way to reach me right now is on Instagram. It's that's_so_H-Town. So give me a follow, and I'll follow back. And if you're out in the city and you see my art, you already know That's So H-Town.